Hello and welcome to session 8 of this 9-part series. In the last session we created views, set the project thumbnail and saved our work as a state. We also set our final state to load automatically when the project is launched. In this session we're now going to distribute one of our licenses to a new user. Then we're going to create a new group. After adding that person to that group, we'll then apply it to the project. So that person would then have access to the project and all the work that we've just created. So let's get into it. This is where we left the scene. I'm just going to click on the top right corner to get us back to the project dashboard. As you can see, we now have the thumbnail that's updated on the project. We can see that better on the thumbnail view. But for now, let's go to users. So these pie charts just above the table show you how many licenses you have available. As we're on a trial, I don't have any project or pro licenses left, but I do have viewer licenses that I can assign. So I'm going to add a new user. Obviously for this purpose I'm using a test account, but you can use a second email or a friend or colleague to test this on. So I'm just going to fill this out. I can set an expiry for the account. If I set a date, then the account will expire then. Otherwise I can leave it blank and the account won't expire. So here we choose the license type and let's select viewer. And under roles we're going to choose viewer 2. So we've created that user here who now receives an email. It's got their username and gives a link to set the password. We'll look at this at the end of the session. But firstly let's click on groups and let's create a new group. We'll call this one tutorial 1. We'll set it a colour. Let's give this one a blue colour. And add group. So when I select tutorial 1, I can then add users. And we're going to select our main account and the new one we've just created. So you can see that we applied for them both to be project manager. But as the second account was a viewer license, then that's automatically defaulted back to viewer, which is what we wanted. Lastly, we're going to go to the Projects tab and we're just going to assign that group to the project we've just created. So we go to Edit Data and here we have the groups which is set to default. I'm just going to change that to our new group and then click on Update. So now you can see the colour dot has now changed to blue from purple, and this shows that we're now showing with a different group of people. So now I'm going to show you what the new user's account looks like. So I'm going to log out from here and log in as our new viewer. From the email I'm just going to click on Change Password and that allows me to set it here. So we have to follow the same criteria as before for setting out our password. So we need to have a lowercase, uppercase, symbol and number in there. Just need to click on EULA. You can go through it here or it's available direct on our website. Then click on Submit. Now we can log in as that user. Straight away we have a data set available to us. You'll notice that on the left hand side we don't have many options. This is because this is a viewer account, so they don't have access to the same features of the project or pro user. Let's launch the project. And there is our data loading up. Now you'll notice a slight difference in our menu system. For a start, you'll see that we haven't got the Save State button. This is because a viewer can take some measurements and interrogate the data. However, they can't make permanent amendments to the project. They can still access the views and states that we previously saved, but they can't create any of their own. For that, they would need a project or a pro license. In the last session, we'll be looking at other sharing options with people that are not on 3DUserNet and what their experience looks like. So that concludes this session, and I hope to see you for the last one soon.